individual people by themselves could hold a letter up, but it wouldn't spell anything. And this is everybody coming together, a common cause to get a common message out. And it's people from all different walks of life meeting on a bridge. By now I know pretty much everybody there, but in the beginning I didn't know who was going to be holding the letter next to me. And it's just great meeting people from all different kinds of backgrounds that feel the same way I do, and you get to see the same beliefs you have in another person's head.
I just don't know.
I think some of it is the asymmetry of what's happened with corporate power and with the redistribution of wealth to the upper end. So when you have a Supreme Court that passes a series of laws like Citizens United, that essentially says that individuals really don't matter anymore. You know, that's really hard to fight. I mean, it's hard to fight when millions and billions of dollars are spent on election campaigns, for instance. And, you know, what can we do? Well, we can resist, right? I mean, that's what Overpass Light Brigade is about. It's about a kind of playful resistance. We can find other ways of creating bandwidth. You know, we do that with social media. We do that person to person. We're not in the same arena as the corporations that basically buy the airwaves, and if they don't buy the airwaves, they pretty much, you know, bought the whole kind of journalistic and mainstream media. So one of the things that we've done with Overpass Light Brigade is just kind of found a space where we can take out messages and just distribute them. So we take out a message on a bridge, and you know, I think of that as the people's bandwidth, and then we document that and distribute it over social media, and they go far and wide that way. So we found this, you know, one little way to be a part of that broader discourse.
When you're driving down the highway, you see a billboard. It doesn't register in your brain until a couple of miles later, but it does register. That's what OLB does. It's definitely an eye catcher. People read it. It may not hit them right away, but it does hit them. They may agree with us, they may not. But at least one person out of all those cars that went by is going to question what we had up.
When I first started doing this, I think the biggest thing that I thought we did was, you know, we got messages out. You know, we got messages out that normally wouldn't get out because of the stranglehold of, you know, the corporate media. You know, but I've come to realize that the biggest and the most powerful thing about OLB is the community. You know, the group of activists that we've found, and the network of people who come out to OLB events. You know, we've built up that real community. You know, being a public school teacher, I know the importance of building community in my classroom. And you know, I see that same kind of community development with the Overpass Light Brigade, and it's an extremely powerful thing.
It begins to take or reclaim public space, which, particularly at night, are not places where you find people all the time. We think of it as the people's bandwidth because we're just coming together as ordinary citizens and spelling out messages, and we're doing it in a way that is unexpected. Every day, those public spaces become more and more contested, and it becomes, I think, more and more important to go and occupy them and say, I have the right to come out and say my piece, and I'm going to do it. And getting involved gets you involved in a community, and being part of a community is incredibly empowering.
Bye.